welcome back. Today's video is all about building a fun-filled project, treasure hunt, so using which we could understand various concepts which we have discussed earlier in previous videos. So let us start coding. Initially, I'm gonna say welcome to treasure hunt. And what's the mode of the game? Like, why we playing this game? In order to find the treasure, right? Your task is to find the treasure. Slash and indicates next line. I'm gonna print one more statement. The input of the user. I'm gonna take input as a string, so I'm not explicitly mentioning any data type over here, since we know input function by default takes string as an input. I'm gonna print next line. After taking the input from the user, I'll check if the input entered by the user is left. Then what am I gonna do? Else, if the input entered by the user is right, then what am I gonna do? So here, I'm gonna make it lower. Whatever input I'm taking, I'm making it lower because it is not always mandatory for the user to give a perfect input. Like, he can give the first letter to be capitalized, later can be normal letters like lowercase letters. So this makes a problem for the compiler to understand what is the form of the word which is entered. Since we are checking for the lowercase of the input, I'm by default taking all the input which is entered by the user to be lowercase. Okay, let me take one more input from the user. So when he has chosen left, let's say he's entered a lake. Either choose boat or swim. Then I'm gonna make it next line, here to next line, and here I'm making it lowercase. Okay, now again I'll be checking. If the choice entered by the user is boat, then I'll be executing this part. Else, if the choice entered by the user is swim, I'll be executing this part. Okay, so here I think you can understand I'm taking if statement inside another if statement. This is called as nested if condition. User entered boat. I'm gonna print. Then I'm going to take another input from the user. Which one do you choose? Either black or red. So again I'm gonna go to next line. I'll check if the choice entered by the user is black. Then I'm gonna execute this part. Else I'm gonna execute this part. So as usual, I'm gonna take the input to lowercase. So if the choice entered by the user is black, then let us end the program over here. Else, if the user entered red, then game is over. So yes, this else statement is when the user chooses to swim rather than boating. I'm gonna print and then the game is over. So in case if the user didn't choose left, he has chosen right, then I'm gonna print. I'm gonna take input from the user. Either left or right. I'm gonna go next line. I'm gonna make it lowercase. And I'm gonna check if the input given by the user is left. Left is false. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna print. It's over. Else, if the choice made by the user is right, it is pointing to the cave. I'll be printing. Then I'm gonna take another input from the user, either first or second or third. I'm gonna go next line. I'm gonna make it lowercase. And I'm gonna check if the input entered by the user is first. I'm gonna print elif. I'm gonna check for more than one condition. If the choice entered by the user is second, then I'm gonna print. Then I'm gonna take another input from the user. So I'll check if The choice entered by the user is black. I'm gonna print so else you have lost. So at the end, if the user have chosen third direction, then I'm gonna print. So this is the game that we have built. So let us run this. Welcome to Treasure Hunt. Your task is to find the treasure. You're in the middle of a junction. Which way do you choose? Either left or right? I'm choosing left. And you've entered a lake. Do you want to wait for the boat or go swimming? I want to wait for the boat. You've entered an island with two mansions, the one with black and the one with red. Which one do you choose? Either black or red? I want to choose black. You've made a right decision. You've found the treasure. You won. So let us run this once again. Now I'll be choosing right. Which one do you choose? Either left or right? Because you've entered another junction, left pointing to a forest and right pointing to a cave. I want to enter a cave. You've encountered three different directions. Which way do you choose? Either first, second or third? I want to choose third. You made a wrong decision. You fell into a big lake. You're there. Game over. I hope you've understood better about the decision statements, like how to use, how to correlate everything. You can integrate this project with as many ways you can. So I'll be waiting to see you learn more and more. So that is all for this project. I hope you have liked it. Do subscribe and share this knowledge with as many as possible. I'll see you in the next one.